Good morning, everybody. So in this video, we're going to do an update on oil prices, and we got some U.S. economic data that came out this morning. We got retail sales data. So we're going to go over that as well. But before we get into that, my name is Michelle St. Pierre. I'm a mortgage broker licensed in Ontario. My home base is Brantford, Ontario. If you have any mortgage questions, please contact me directly. If you like this video, please comment, like, and subscribe and share the video. It really helps me out. So looks like oil prices have still not budged very much. In fact, they are lower today than they were last week, even though there is that conflict going on between Iran and Israel. So it looks like the smart money, as in the oil traders, know that a deal is on the table, or at least coming, and that there isn't going to be a major disruption in global oil supplies from this conflict. Now let's look at U.S. retail sales. So U.S. retail sales have dropped further than expected in May, which isn't surprising to me because the rationale is people don't have enough money. They're scared about the tariffs, but also they're concerned about the economy. When the economy is a concern, you're not buying bigger items like cars and houses and all that. You tend to be a little bit more sheltered in your spending because you're planning for the worst. You want to keep stuff aside. But there's also another issue. If wages don't grow enough to match the increase in prices from the tariffs, then eventually those prices cannot continue to go up. There's a level where they'll stop. People have to rob Peter to pay Paul. In other words, they'll be spending less on discretionary spending to keep their non-discretionary spending afloat, and then they won't have money to start buying things that are discretionary, goods that are not necessary for today. Now, that's going to cause prices in some areas to go down. That's why the stagflation argument's a tough one, because unless you have wages to keep going up to match those prices, then eventually you get to that point where, yeah, like my housing cost is here. I don't need that really expensive thing now that I see at the mall anymore. I can get a cheaper version. So those prices will naturally start to drop in that area because people just don't have the money to buy it. So I'm going to keep you updated this week with more economic news and more mortgage news. Once again, if you have any mortgage questions, please follow up with me.